I spent so long thinking home was a place, an address, a room, a version of life I kept failing to build. Boxes stacked beside the doorway, half a life in borrowed bags. Starting over felt so normal, I stopped calling it heartbreak. I learned how to laugh through awkward silence, how to make survival look like grace, how to tell the world I'm doing fine while quietly losing pieces of myself. Then you appeared in ordinary moments, like warmth I wasn't looking for. Tell me why the smallest kindnesses can undo years of loneliness. I didn't know home would sound like you, like midnight conversations and laughter through the laundry room, like someone asking if I made it back and actually waiting for the answer. I thought love would be dramatic, something loud enough to change the sky. But maybe love is something quieter, a place your tired heart finally rests. Convenience store dinners after midnight, your terrible folding skills on purpose days, the way you pretended not to worry while standing near the elevator way too long. No grand decorations in the beginning, just little acts of staying close. And somehow those ordinary seconds became the safest thing I'd ever known. I should have known real love doesn't always arrive like fireworks. Sometimes it just leaves the light on. I didn't know home would sound like you, like sleepy voices saying stay without needing prettier words, like finding peace in unfinished evenings and not being afraid when tomorrow comes. Because for the first time in forever, I don't feel like someone passing through. I feel like maybe I belong somewhere. No promises, no perfect future, we have to figure out tonight. One hand in mine is somehow enough to make this feel like forever. If love can be this ordinary, why does it feel miraculous? Do you know what healed me? Not the confession, not the almost goodbye, but the moment you made space for me, like I was never an interruption. No one had ever loved me that gently. I didn't know home would sound like you, like all the quiet pieces of my life fitting softly into place. So grand, miracle, no rewritten destiny, just two lonely hearts learning ordinary happiness. And if someday someone asks me when everything finally changed, I'll smile and say nothing dramatic happened, I just met you. Some people spend their lives searching for home. I found mine supposed to be ridiculous, a curse, a joke from the universe. So why did the truth hurt this beautifully? You walked in wearing perfect silence, tailored words and expensive distance, like nothing in this messy little world could ever touch your carefully built control. Then fate, with its terrible sense of humor, took away every polished little filter. And suddenly the man who spoke in measured lines started saying things no one was meant to hear. Tell me why the truth sounds softer from frightened lips than rehearsed affection ever did. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. Not the accidental confessions, but the quiet parts of you. The way your voice cracked saying my name, like honesty was something new and dangerous. And somewhere between your unwanted truths and all the chaos that neither of us planned, I stopped laughing at the magic and started believing in us. Coffee tasted awful, you said so. My jokes were terrible, apparently true. But hidden in all your inconvenient honesty were things your guarded heart forgot to hide. The way you looked for me in crowded mornings, the way your anger always turned into concern, the soft little pauses before my name, like caring embarrassed you in real time. I should have known the most dangerous hearts are not the cruel ones, but the ones pretending not to feel. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. For every clumsy, vulnerable, impossible little proof that underneath your polished, careful world lived someone warmer than you wanted me to see. And maybe love was always this absurd, a supernatural disaster wrapped in longing, a beautiful inconvenience. Stay here, no cure, no quick fix for what your heart keeps saying. One truth from you still rearranges all my quiet places. If honesty is only temporary, why does this feel forever? Do you know what broke me? Not the confession, not the almost kiss, but the moment you looked terrified after saying you cared. Because that's when I knew this wasn't performance, this was real. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. For the man behind the perfect suit and impossible control, for the tenderness hidden inside sarcasm, for the honesty you never meant to show. And if tomorrow breaks the spell completely and takes the fearless truth away from you, I'll still remember the version of your heart that accidentally chose mine. So now used to think the right things happened at the right time. Then you arrived like a beautiful scheduling error. You walk through life in perfect lines, every hour labeled, every silence timed. I was the coffee stain across your morning, the unexpected traffic in your careful mind. You looked at me like I was chaos. Honestly, maybe that was true, but every little accidental moment started making ordinary things feel new. Tell me why the things we never planned become the ones we miss the most. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me, turned all my careful little maybes into something real. The life I thought I needed looked so polished, but somehow colder than your imperfect love. And now I smile at all the moments that arrived exactly when they shouldn't have. Because if loving you was bad timing, why did it feel so right? Midnight noodles at a half-built van, you laughing through disasters no one else could fix. You saw the parts of me I hid behind the jokes, the tired girl pretending everything was fine. And somehow your ridiculous little rules became strangely adorable over time. The way you worried, the way you tried, like caring was something you were learning live. I should have known the safest hearts are not the perfect ones, they're the ones willing to change. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me, made spontaneity feel softer than control. You took my messy little weather systems and somehow stayed instead of running home. And if life is just a series of interruptions, then maybe love is the most beautiful one. Stay here, no schedule, no neat little boxes for what they should become. One smile from you still rearranges my entire day. If perfection never held me this gently, why did I chase it so long? Do you know when I fell? Not when you looked handsome, not when you said sweet things, but when disaster hit, and instead of protecting your perfect plan, you protected me. That's when I knew I'd rather live in your imperfect world than survive in mine alone. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me, and now the chaos somehow feels like home. No polished endings, no flawless plans, just two imperfect hearts choosing each other. And if tomorrow arrives completely unplanned, I think for once I'll be okay, because you taught me some of the best things never asked permission to happen. You were never on my schedule. Thank God. Thank God. Funny, isn't it? I gave people words to confess love, while forgetting how to say my own. I wrote midnight apologies for men who never meant them. I built forever into melodies for strangers who got famous singing them. My fingerprints were in every chorus, but never printed by my name. I became the ghost behind the music, watching everyone else be remembered. And somehow I told myself that was enough. Tell me why the songs I wrote for everyone else sounded lonelier when I got home. I wrote love songs no one knew were mine, little pieces of a heart I kept in hiding. Every line I gave away was something I was too afraid to say. And then you heard me, not the melodies, not the polished borrowed lines, just me. And suddenly silence felt impossible. It started with your midnight radio voice, soft enough to make tired people stay awake. You asked the kind of questions that made honesty feel less dangerous. Coffee after long recordings, laughing over terrible demo tracks. The way you listened when I spoke, like ordinary thoughts, were worth keeping. I should have known the people who really hear you can ruin loneliness forever. I wrote love songs no one knew were my stories, dressed in someone else's spotlight. But every word I buried there was quietly leading me to you. And now the girl who stayed behind the curtain is learning how to stand beneath her own name without apologizing for the sound of her own heart. Stay here, one station, one late night song with all the lights turned low. One truth from me, no ghostwriter tonight. If my heart has always sounded like this, why did it take you to hear it? Do you know what scared me? Not being seen, but being seen and still not chosen. But then you looked at me like the quiet version of me was the song you've been waiting for. I wrote love songs no one knew were mine, but this one finally gets to keep my name. No borrowed voices, no hidden credits, no pretending I'm okay staying unseen. And if tomorrow asks me who I am, I'll say the woman who stopped writing herself out of her own story. Because you taught me my voice was worth hearing. Some songs are written for the world. This one came home. This one came home. This one. Some people live in cities, some in memories. You lived somewhere between sleeping and goodbye. spoke like someone made of silence, like loneliness had learned to wear a face. And somehow every impossible moment felt more honest than my waking days. Tell me why the heart can recognize a place the mind was never meant to know. You lived where I could only sleep in the spaces daylight could not keep, and all the unfinished dreams I never asked to need. You became the quiet place inside my chaos, the stranger who felt heartbreakingly familiar. And now I wake with empty hands, missing someone I was never supposed to love. We walked through stations built from echoes, past conversations no one else could hear. And every time you looked at me that way, I forgot which world was truly real. You asked me what humans call devotion. I almost laughed because it looked like this, waiting for someone you can never keep and still choosing them again. I should have known the cruelest loves are not impossible because they fail, but because they feel real enough to survive. You lived where I could only sleep in impossible little borrowed galaxies, and every night my tired heart escaped itself only to find you waiting there. And if I lose pieces of who I used to be for every second spent beside you, tell me honestly, would it still be worth it? Stay here, one dream, one impossible sunrise that never has to end. One touch from you still feels more real than morning ever did. If forgetting you is how I survive, why does survival feel this lonely? Do you know what destroyed me? Not waking up without you, but realizing there was a version of me that only existed when you were there. And I miss her too. You lived where I could only sleep, where impossible things still whispered my name, where loving you felt less like fantasy and more like remembering something ancient. And if tomorrow steals the map back to you, if morning finally wins this quiet war, I will still love the place where for a little while you were mine. Some loves happen in daylight, ours waited for sleep. They died. You touched my sadness like it was something fragile, and I should have known that was the beginning of the end. You looked at me like winter glass, beautiful, distant, impossible to hold. A man who wore eternity so quietly, as if loneliness had always fit you well. I was just another tired human heart trying to survive another endless day. But somehow in this strange midnight silence you chose to stay. Tell me why something that was never meant to feel learned my name so softly. I was the feeling that broke you, the ache you should have never wanted to know, the one that slipped beneath your perfect silence and made your endless world begin to crack. If loving me was your unraveling, then why did it feel so much like grace? Why did your broken pieces look more human in my hands? You ask me strange impossible things, why music hurts, why people still forgive, why hearts keep choosing fragile little hopes even after everything they lose. And every answer pulled you closer to places you were never built to survive. But God, the way you smiled, discovering laughter, felt worth every coming goodbye. I should have known the most dangerous love stories are the ones where one heart cannot survive them. I was the feeling that broke you, the storm inside your carefully untouched soul, the thing you once believed was weakness, now the only thing you could not let go. And if becoming human meant destruction, why did your eyes look peaceful in the fall? Why did losing everything look so much like love? Stay here one moment, even if forever was never ours to keep. One touch from you still feels like a miracle and a wound. If I am the reason you are breaking, why do I want 1 second more? Do you know what destroyed me? Not the thought of losing you, but realizing you were willing to disappear just to understand what loving me felt like. How am I supposed to survive a love that beautiful? Was the feeling that broke you, but maybe I was also the thing that made you real. Maybe eternity was never living, maybe living was this one impossible love. And if tomorrow takes your voice away or leaves me speaking only to the stars, I will still believe. For one breathtaking moment you were mine. Some beings live forever, some only live once. The lucky ones feel love meant. Feel love. There are some things you don't keep because they make you happy. You keep them because deleting them feels too final. Your voice still lives inside my phone, buried beneath forgotten names. a tiny ghost in audio form that I was never brave enough to lose. I told myself it didn't matter, that healing simply needed time. But some goodbyes are quieter than pain, and somehow harder to survive. Then you arrived with sunlight in your voice and made the silence feel less cruel. Tell me why the heart can make room for someone new, while still holding old storms to lead me slowly the way you left, like something precious no one wanted to break, like fingertips letting go too carefully, as if love still deserved gentleness. And now I'm standing between echoes and tomorrow, between who I was and who I could become, trying to believe a softer ending might still be meant for me. Started in ordinary little ways, shared coffees, tired midnight edits, your laugh through studio headphones, the warmth of not needing to explain myself. You never asked me to be healed, never rushed the broken parts of me. You simply sat beside the ache, like loving me included all the unfinished things. I should have known the safest hearts are not the loudest ones. They're the ones that quietly stay. To lead me slowly the way you left, or teach me how to keep a memory without bleeding. Because every time I think I'm almost free, your voice and his become impossible to separate. And still, somehow, your sounds more like home. Stay here, no pressure, no promises. I'm too scared to trust. One hand beside mine is somehow enough tonight. If healing is not forgetting, maybe it's choosing who gets to stay. Do you know what I was afraid of? Not loving you, but loving you. While parts of me still belong to yesterday. And do you know what hurt most? You looked at me like even that was okay. To lead me slowly the way you left, but love me gently the way you stayed. Let old ghosts become just background noise instead of places I still live inside. And if tomorrow asks me who I am now, I'll say a woman learning not to be afraid of pressing play on something new. Some voices stay forever, but not all of them should decide your future. I spent so long building perfect moments for strangers. I never thought one of them would become mine. A candlelit room I did not choose, a practice smile, a borrowed view, another story made to heal someone else's unfinished ache. I knew exactly how to stage the pauses, laughter, little looks, how to make loneliness believe it had been loved for just one night. But then there was you, and nothing followed the design. Tell me, when did pretending start to feel like memory? When did fiction learn my name? The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. The moments built for make-believe started feeling like you. A dinner table set for strangers turned into somewhere I wanted to stay. And all the scenes I used to write to help the lonely heart survive became the place where mine finally learned to live. It wasn't in the grand designs or polished rooms with softened light. It was the quiet after everyone left, when you stayed just to ask if I'd eaten. The way you looked at ordinary things like breakfast could be something sacred. The way your silence held more warmth than promises I used to trust. I should have known the most dangerous dreams are not the dramatic ones. They're the ones that feel possible. The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. The carefully arranged little lies became something new. A thousand scripted almost moments turning into things I could not unfeel. And all the stories I once sold to hearts that needed temporary hope became the one I wanted to keep for real. Stay here, no staging, no softened lights, no cure. Rated endings, one touch from you feels more honest than 100 perfect scenes. If fake memories can break my heart this much, what would real forever do? Do you know what ruined me? Not your kindness, not your voice, not the way you stayed, but the moment I realized if you invited me to something complete ordinary, I would say yes without hesitation. Because that's when I knew I wasn't falling for the fantasy. I was falling for you. The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. Not because it was perfect, but because somehow it was ours. No scripts, no hired endings, just two tired hearts learning something real. And if tomorrow tears us set apart and leaves no trace of what we built, I'll still remember the night pretending stopped and love began. Some stories are written for others. This one stayed with me, and I used to write love stories for people who never meant them. Funny how I became one of them. You stood there dressed in perfect cold, a tailored smile, a heart withheld. talking marriage like a business move, as if forever could be negotiated. And I was only meant to build a story strangers would believe in, a beautiful arrangement made of words with no intention of becoming true. But hearts are reckless little things, they never read the contract first. Tell me why your silence started sounding softer than promises I used to trust. Sign here if you intend to break my heart, if all of this is just another polished part, if every look across the room is only something practiced for the crowd. But if there's even one honest moment hidden underneath this borrowed start, then maybe I was already yours before the ink was dry. It wasn't in the grand pretend or all the expensive nights we staged. It was the way you learned my coffee, the way your voice changed, saying my name, the quiet did you get home safe, the hand that lingered half a second longer, the almost confessions in your eyes that never quite made it to your lips. I should have known the coldest men are sometimes just the ones most terrified to need someone. Sign here if you intend to break my heart, if this was only strategy from the start, if every fragile hope I built was just another role I played alone. But if your guarded little universe has somehow made a place for me inside, then maybe love was hiding there behind your perfect wall. Stay here, no lawyers, no cameras, no careful negotiation. One truth from you would undo every lie we told. If forever cannot be purchased, then why does this feel priceless? Do you know what scared me? Not signing, not pretending, but realizing that if you asked me to stay without the contract, I still would. And that was when I knew I was ruined. Sign here if you intend to keep my heart, if somehow all this fiction became the honest part, if every scene we staged together secretly became the life I wanted, and if tomorrow tears these pages up or calls this whole thing foolish from the start, I'll still be grateful for the moment your guarded heart began choosing mine. Some signatures bind business, some bind hearts they deed. At first, you were just a role, a story I agreed to survive, nothing more. That's what I told myself. Flashbulbs, headlines, practice smiles, a borrowed dress, a borrowed night, a hand in mine that wasn't mine. At least that's what I believed. We learned the script so carefully, where to stand and what to say, how should look from far away. But no one warned me what would happen if pretending started feeling warm. Tell me, when exactly did the acting stop? Because my heart forgot to notice the part I pretended wasn't real became the only thing I couldn't fake. The little moments in between the cameras, the tired smiles at the end of every day. And somewhere in this beautiful disaster, between the lies we told for everyone, I found the truth I never meant to feel. I fell for you. It wasn't the polished scenes or perfect headlines made for strangers. It was the way you looked at me when no one else was in the room. The quiet "did you eat at midnight?" The jacket over shaking shoulders. The version of you no one knew that somehow made my guarded heart ache. I thought pretending would protect me. Funny how pretending became the danger. The part I pretended wasn't real became the softest thing I'd ever known. They almost touched the unsaid words. The way goodbye started hurting more each time. And somewhere in the room we built together, I lost the distance I was meant to keep, and found a love I never planned to meet. Stay here, no cameras, no scripts, no lights, no borrowed names. One truth from you would mean more than every perfect lie. If this was only meant as make-believe, why does losing it feel real? Do you know what broke me? Not the thought that it might end, but the thought that maybe for you it never truly began. Because for me, somewhere between pretending, you became home. The part I pretended wasn't real is now the only thing I wanna keep. Not the headlines, not the fantasy, just a quiet version of us that no one saw. And if tomorrow asks me what was real, say the part where I forgot to act, the part where loving you stopped being performance and simply became me. Sun rose, and when the lights go out, this one stayed in me. Some people call it bad timing, bad luck, a series of unfortunate accidents. But maybe some wrong turns are just love taking the scenic route. The first time I saw your tired face, coffee on your shirt because of me, you looked at me like I was trouble, and honestly, you weren't wrong. Missed flights and broken travel plans, suitcases going somewhere else, strange little cities after rain, and somehow always there was you. I kept calling it coincidence because fate sounded too embarrassing. Oh, every wrong turn led me to you, every missed train, every rerouted truth. yourself destiny. You hated how I changed the plan. I hated how you acted like a scheduled time. But somewhere in our little wars, your silence started feeling warm. Shared noodles on an airport floor, one umbrella in a town we didn't choose. The way you'd sigh and still stay close, like leaving me was harder than you thought. Funny how the people we swear we never need become the ones we quietly search for. Every wrong turn led me to you, every delayed flight and every sleepless room, every plan I laughed about now feels like some invisible kindness. And if I had to lose my way again just to find this version of us, I think I'd take every wrong turn twice. Stay here, one more gate, one more city we didn't plan together. One look from you still feels like coming home somehow. If fate has a strange sense of humor, I think this joke was beautiful. Do you know when I knew? Not when you smiled, not when you stayed, but when I realized the thought of never bumping into you again broke my heart. How ridiculous to miss someone who started as a disaster. Every wrong turn led me to you, every accident became a threat to something real. Every road I thought was taking from me was quietly bringing me closer. And if tomorrow sends us separate ways or changes every map we ever knew, I'll still believe some wrong turns were miracles in disguise, because somehow they gave me you. Some wrong turns feel exactly like destiny. Some people enter your life like lightning, some like an argument you never expected to miss. The first time that I met your eyes, I only noticed how annoying you were. Some too calm, too sharp, too sure of things, the kind of man who always had a line ready. And every time we crossed a room, we somehow turned the air electric. A little war in every word, a smile pretending not to mean too much. I thought it was just laughter, just noise, just another passing thing. But hearts are dangerous when they start hiding in jokes. I laughed first and fell for you, somewhere between the teasing and the truth. Between the nights we stayed too long, talking like neither one of us was lonely. And what was supposed to be light and harmless turned into something I could not undo. I laughed first and then I loved you. You wore your distance elegantly, like loneliness tailored just for you. And I wore mine beneath the noise, making light of things that used to hurt. But every little look you gave felt softer than your words admitted. And every silence after goodbye goodbye stayed longer than it should have. I should have known the people who make us laugh the hardest are dangerous in quieter ways. I laughed first, then fell for you, somewhere between your sarcasm and midnight calls, between pretending this was nothing and secretly hoping it was everything. And what I thought was just good timing became the place my tired heart ran to. I laughed first, and then I loved you. Stay here, don't joke, not right now. I'm trying not to cry. One touch from you feels louder than all our clever words. If luck can start disguises laughter, no wonder I never saw it coming. Do you know what scared me most? Not falling, not wanting you, but realizing if you walked away, I'd have no joke left to hide behind. And somehow, that was the most honest thing about me. I laughed first, then fell for you, and now your name lives quietly in everything. An empty late-night coffee cups and unfinished conversations I still replay. And if tomorrow takes this strange little story, I'll still be grateful it once led me to you. Because some hearts don't arrive dramatically, they arrive disguised as laughter. I thought you were just another argument. Turns out you were home. I used to trust calendars more than feelings, because feelings leave, schedules don't. My life was made of tidy lines of checked off lists in perfect time. I knew exactly where to go, as long as nothing touched my heart. Then you arrived like missed trains do, messy hair and coffee on your sleeve, laughing like the world was not a thing that had to be controlled. And somehow everything I planned so carefully started making less sense than you. You were never in my plans, never in the spaces I designed, never in the life I thought I needed, or the careful shape of all my days. But somewhere between your reckless smile and all the nights that slipped away, you became the part of me I never knew was missing. You love detours and changing skies, street food dinners after midnight trains, talking nonsense just to hear me laugh, as if joy could be that simple. And every time I try to leave, you somehow stay without demanding, like love was not a thing to schedule, but something quietly becoming. I thought uncertainty was fear, until it started looking like hope. You were never in my plans, never in the neatly written years ahead, never in the version of myself that thought control could keep me safe. But somewhere in your untidy warmth, I found a softer kind of brave, the kind that doesn't need to it chose your name. I asked you once, what if this doesn't work? And you laughed softly, then said, what if it does? Choosing you. I used to trust calendars until love missed every appointment and arrived anyway. Learn to live like weather, fast, loud, gone before anyone could stay. I wore my chaos like perfume, beautiful enough to hide the truth. Bright city lights and borrowed smiles, 1,000 ways to not stand still. Because the quiet was dangerous, it let old ghosts begin to speak. And I was never brave enough to hear what lived inside of me. Then you looked at me like storms were not disasters, just weather passing through. Stay until my storm learns your name, until the thunder doesn't sound the same, until the rain inside my chest no longer feels like something I should fear. Stay until these shaking hands forget the shape of running far too fast. And if I break before I heal, just stay. You spoke in softer kinds of time, in growing things and patient light, like nothing living needed force to become what it was meant to be. I laughed too loud, I changed the room, I made a mess of every fragile truth. But somehow you kept making space for every version I became. I asked you once, doesn't loving me feel exhausting? You smiled like I missed the point entirely. Stay until my storm learns your name, until goodbye no longer feels pre-written, until the war inside my mind stops treating love like something temporary. Stay until these restless feet forget the roads that taught them how to leave. And if I cry beside me. You asked me, what are you so afraid of? And I wanted to say everything, but what came out was that if you really know me, you'll leave too. And you said, then I'll keep staying until you stop expecting that. Stay until my storm learns your name, until my heart starts flinching at the rain, until the silence in this room feels safe enough for me to finally breathe. Stay until the girl I was stops hiding behind beautiful disasters. And if it takes a lifetime to believe, then stay with me. I learned to live like weather until someone chose to stay. I never believed the things we need most would arrive so quietly. I knew a life of sharpened lines, of measured words and borrowed time, a world where everything made sense as long as no one stayed too long. And then one rainy evening came, a stranger with flower on her hands, who looked at me like I was tired before I ever said a word. You handed me something sweet, like somehow you already knew. My heart had forgotten how. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to need, the warmth I never thought I'd miss, the kindness I could barely breathe. And somewhere between your laughter and quiet evenings after rain, I lost the version of myself that only knew how to remain alone. It started with the smallest things, an extra cup, a teasing smile, the way you'd scold me when I worked like caring came so naturally. You made the ordinary shine, a closing shop, a city night, a half-eaten cake, a stupid joke, and suddenly my heart was young. I should've known the softest hands could undo all my careful walls. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to leave, the quiet place my restless thoughts would always somehow run to seek. And somewhere in your simple love, without a grand dramatic scene, I found a life I didn't know was still waiting there for me. Stay here, don't laugh, I'm trying hard to say this right. One look from you still makes my practice hard. Forget if love can taste like anything, I think it tastes like home. I asked myself, when did this happen? Was it the rain, the coffee, the late nights? Or or the way you never asked me to be anyone but human. Hold me tonight like this fragile little truth matters. This heart once cold now breaks just thinking of goodbye. If I never say it perfectly, please hear what silence means. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to meet, the gentle storm that changed my world without demanding anything. And if someday the city fades or all our little moments leave, I'll still remember how it felt to be loved so softly. I cried without even knowing why. I never believed the things we need most would arrive tasting like home. Some people leave fingerprints on glass, on paper, on forgotten things. You left them on my heart. I learned to hold the world with care. All letters, rings, abandoned prayers. Every object kept a story close, a life I never got to live. I carry strangers in my chest, their joy, their grief, their loneliness, until I forgot the sound of me beneath the noise of everyone. Then I touched your hand, and for the first time I saw nothing, and somehow that felt like peace. I saw tomorrow in your hands, a place where all my storms could land, a quiet room, a softer light, a version of me not afraid to stay. And though I didn't know your past, my heart already understood. Some futures don't arrive like thunder, they arrive as someone kind. Late museum nights and silver dust, broken things becoming whole with us. You never asked me to explain the sadness hiding in my smile, the way you looked at fragile things like damage wasn't something shameful, made me wonder if my broken parts could be held that gently too. Then one night the silence opened wide and finally showed me all your pain. I saw tomorrow in your hands, and all the places grief had been, the quiet wars you never named, the lonely rooms behind your grace. And still my heart moved closer in, not out of pity, but because some futures don't arrive as answers, they arrive as someone real. Don't pull away, not now that I can finally see you. One touch, one truth is worth 1,000 perfect lies. If love means holding broken things, then let me hold this too. You asked me, now that you know, do you still want to stay? And I smiled through tears, because somehow everything, made loving you easier. Hold me right now, like time already chose this ending. This heart, once tired, knows exactly where it wants to be. If tomorrow is already waiting, then let it find us here. I saw tomorrow in your hands, not perfect, not untouched by pain, but warm enough to call it home, and brave enough to let me in. And if one day this memory fades, or all the stories disappear, I'll still remember how it felt the first time my future touched me. Some futures don't arrive with certainty, only with someone worth choosing. Some I used to think stopping meant falling behind, but then I found you. My days were made of rushing trains, of ringing phones and tired names, 1,000 people needing more, while I forgot what breathing was. I wore a smile like borrowed clothes, said I'm okay the way we do, until my body spoke the truth in ways my heart refused to hear. And then your quiet mountain town taught all my noise to soften down. The day my heart learned to rest was somewhere in your gentle hands, between warm coffee, rainy skies, and all the words you never forced. You never asked me to be strong, you never asked me to pretend. And for the first time in so long, I felt like I could just exist. You moved like time was not a race, like mornings didn't need to run, and every little thing you did made slowness feel like something kind. The way you fixed the broken chair, the way you smiled without a rush, the way you looked at me as if I wasn't something needing proof. I didn't notice when your voice started to sound like coming home. The day my heart learned to rest was hidden in your quiet world, between the mountain air at dusk and old songs drifting through the hall. You never tried to rescue me, you only stayed until I healed. And somehow in that steady love, I found the girl I used to be. Stay here, just like this, no plans, no clocks, no crowded noise. One touch, one smile, feels softer than the life I knew. If peace can look like someone, I think it looks like you. I asked you once, don't you ever want more? smiled and said, "More than this," then looked at me. Hold me tonight like tomorrow doesn't need deciding. This heart once tired now remembers how to dream again. If love can heal without a word, then maybe this is it. The day my heart learned to rest was not some grand dramatic scene. It happened slowly in your world, like winter melting into spring. And if one day I lose myself inside the noise I used to chase, I'll remember where my tired heart first learned to rest. With you, I used to think stopping meant losing, until your love taught me to stay. I used to think silence meant loneliness, until you. Everybody hears my voice, the interviews, the crowd and noise, the flashing lights, the practice smile that says I'm doing fine tonight. But no one stays to hear the parts I only whisper to the dark. The tired girl behind the fame, who barely knows her own real name. Then somehow you looked at me like I was real. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the only quiet place inside of me, where I didn't have to laugh too loud or shine so bright to not break down. And when the whole world got too close, you were the space where I could breathe. You were the only silence that ever sounded safe to me. You barely spoke those early days, cold little nods and distant ways. I thought you hated everything, especially people just like me. But slowly coffee turned to talks and midnight walks after long shoots. And every time you looked my way, the noise inside me drifted low. I never noticed when you became the calm I started needing. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the only steady thing beneath my feet, where I didn't need a perfect line or some rehearsed version of my life. And when my heart forgot itself, you held the parts I couldn't keep. You were the only silence that ever sounded safe to me. Stay here, don't move, let this quiet last a little longer. One look, one smile can heal more than 1,000 words. If the world gets loud again, promise you'll stay close. I asked you once, why me? And you said, because for the first time, I wanted to listen, not escape. Hold me right now, before tomorrow steals this feeling. This heart, once loud, only learns to rest with you around. If peace can have a name, I think it sounds like yours. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the little miracle I used to think silence meant loneliness until your quiet found me. Some places don't appear on maps. You only find them when your heart is lost. I followed rain through empty streets, past sleeping lights and tired dreams, and found a door I'd never seen, like it had waited there for me. Inside were letters never sent, old songs with names the years had bent, and someone with the kindest eyes who spoke as if he knew my storm. He said, some things are never really gone, only waiting to be found. The place where lost hearts go, where quiet tears can learn to slow, where every memory left behind still glows a little in the dark. And in the strange and gentle light, I found the pieces of my life I thought were gone forever, but somehow they were waiting there for me. Tea growing cold between our hands, soft midnight talks I never planned. He never asked for all my pain, just sat beside the silence well. And every night I came again to leave behind what hurt me then, until I feared the healing more, because it meant I'd leave him too. People help you find yourself, then quietly become your home. The place where lost hearts go, where lonely souls begin to grow, where all the words we couldn't say still float like dust in amber light. And in a soft familiar smile, I forgot how long I'd been afraid to love again. Stay here just one more night, let the rain keep us from goodbye. One more song, one more tea, one more reason not to leave. If healing means losing this, I'm not ready yet. I asked him once, who keeps the things you lose? He smiled, and for the first time looked like someone who wanted to be kept too. Stay close, don't fade, not like every memory I saved. This heart now knows even broken things can still be loved. If some doors only open once, please don't let this one close. The place where lost hearts go may disappear with morning snow, but every kindness that he gave still lives somewhere inside of me. And if one day I places don't appear on maps, only in hearts that needed them. Some people promise forever. I never could, but I can promise this: I'll try to come back. You build the kind of steady things, the kind the world can stand inside. I learned to live in borrowed days where nothing ever stays too long. You look at life with careful hands. I move where everything can break, and somehow in that fragile space you became the calm I never knew. I joke too much when I'm afraid. You always notice anyway. Come back to me if morning comes, if the night lets go of what it's done, if distance doesn't steal my name or leave your heart with only echoes. And if tomorrow changes everything, if fate decides I'm not the one, then hold this moment like a flame. But if morning comes, come back to me. Coffee and paper cups gone cold, conversations after brutal days. That quiet look you always give, like you're memorizing how I breathe. You said loving me would feel like waiting for news no one can guarantee. And God, I hated that you were right, but I still hoped you'd choose this anyway. Because some hearts are worth the fear, even when fear never leaves. Come back to me if morning comes, if city lights survive the storm, if every road that pulls me far still somehow bends itself toward home. And if tomorrow lasts too much, if life turns cruel before we're done, then love me here while love is ours. But if morning comes, come back to me. Stay close tonight, don't let tomorrow speak too soon. One touch, one breath feels louder than 1,000 words. If I can't promise forever, let me promise this moment. I wanted to be the kind of man who could tell you nothing will happen, but loving you taught me honesty. The bravest thing I can say is I'm scared too, and I still choose you. Hold on, don't cry, I'm still right here in this light. This heart, this time is yours, whether I leave or stay. If dawn decides to be merciful, I'll find my way. Some people promise forever. I only promise to return. I spent so long thinking home was a place, an address, a room, a version of life I kept failing to build. Boxes stacked beside the doorway, half a life in borrowed bags. Starting over felt so normal, I stopped calling it heartbreak. I learned how to laugh through awkward silence, how to make survival look like grace, how to tell the world I'm doing fine while quietly losing pieces of myself. Then you appeared in ordinary moments, like warmth I wasn't looking for. Tell me why the smallest kindnesses can undo years of loneliness. I didn't know home would sound like you, like midnight conversations and laughter through the laundry room, like someone asking if I made it back and actually waiting for the answer. I thought love would be dramatic, something loud enough to change the sky, but maybe love is something quieter, a place your tired heart finally rests. Convenience store dinners after midnight, your terrible folding skills on purpose, the way you pretended not to worry while standing near the elevator way too long. No grand declarations in the beginning, just little acts of staying close. And somehow those ordinary seconds became the safest thing I'd ever known. I should have known real love doesn't always arrive like fireworks. Sometimes it just leaves the light on. I didn't know home would sound like you, like sleepy voices saying stay without needing prettier words, like finding peace in unfinished evenings and not being afraid when tomorrow comes, because for the first time in forever I don't feel like someone passing through. I feel like maybe I belong somewhere. Stay here, no promises, no perfect future we have to figure out tonight. One hand in mine is somehow enough to make this feel like forever. If love can be this ordinary, why does it feel miraculous? Do you know what healed me? Not the confession, not the almost goodbye, but the moment you made space for me, like I was never an interruption. No one had ever loved me that gently. I didn't know home would sound like you, like all the quiet pieces of my life fitting softly into place. No grand miracle, no rewritten destiny, just two lonely hearts learning ordinary happiness. And if someday someone asks me when everything finally changed, I'll smile and say nothing dramatic happened, I just met you. Some people spend their life searching for home. I found mine in your voice, and it was supposed to be ridiculous, a curse, a joke from the universe. So why did the truth hurt this beautifully? You walked in wearing perfect silence, tailored words and expensive distance, like nothing in this messy little world could ever touch your carefully built control. Then fate, with its terrible sense of humor, took away every polished little filter, and suddenly the man who spoke in measured lines started saying things no one was meant to hear. The truth sounds softer from frightened lips than rehearsed affection ever did. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. Not the accidental confessions, but the quiet parts of you. The way your voice cracked saying my name, like honesty was something new and dangerous. And somewhere between your unwanted truths and all the chaos neither of us planned, I stopped laughing at the magic and started believing in us. Coffee tasted awful, you said so. My jokes were terrible, apparently true, but hidden in all your inconvenient honesty were things your guarded heart forgot to hide. The way you looked for me in crowded mornings, the way your anger always turned into concern, the soft little pauses before my name, like caring, embarrassed you in real time. I should have known the most dangerous hearts are not the cruel ones, but the ones pretending not to feel. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. For every clumsy, vulnerable, impossible little proof that underneath your polished, careful world lived someone warmer than you wanted me to see. And maybe love was always this absurd, a supernatural disaster wrapped in longing, a beautiful inconvenience. Stay here, no cure, no quick fix for what your heart keeps saying. One truth from you still rearranges all my quiet places. If honesty is only temporary, why does this feel forever? Do you know what broke me? Not the confession, not the almost kiss, but the moment you looked terrified after saying you cared. Because that's when I knew this wasn't performance, this was real. The curse made you honest, but I fell for the truth. For the man behind the perfect suit and impossible control, for the tenderness hidden inside sarcasm, for the honesty you never meant to show. And if tomorrow breaks the spell completely and takes the fearless truth away from you, I'll still remember the version of your heart that accidentally chose mine. Some magic cast Some simply tells the truth. Nadie. I used to think the right things happened at the right time. Then you arrived like a beautiful scheduling error. You walk through life in perfect lines. Every hour labeled, every silence timed. I was the coffee stain across your morning, the unexpected traffic in your careful mind. You looked at me like I was chaos. Honestly, maybe that was true beyond. But every little accidental moment started making ordinary things feel new. Tell me why the things we never planned become the ones we miss the most. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me. Turned all my careful little maybes into something real. The life I thought I needed looked so polished, but somehow colder than your imperfect love. And now I smile at all the moments that arrive exactly when they shouldn't have. Because if loving you was bad timing, why did it feel so right? Midnight noodles at a half-built venue, laughing through disasters no one else could fix. You saw the parts of me I hid behind the jokes, the tired girl pretending everything was fine. And somehow your ridiculous little rules became strangely adorable over time. The way you worried, the way you tried, like caring was something you were learning live. I should have known the safest hearts are not the perfect ones. They're the ones willing to change. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me. Made spontaneity feel softer than control. You took my messy little weather systems and somehow stayed instead of running home. And if life is just a series of interruptions, then maybe love is the most beautiful one. Stay here, no schedule, no neat little boxes for this should become one smile from you. It still rearranges my entire day. If perfection never held me this gently, why did I chase it so long? Do you know when I felt? Not when you looked handsome, not when you said sweet things, but when disaster hit and instead of protecting your perfect plan, you protected me. That's when I knew I'd rather live in your imperfect world than survive in mine alone. You ruined my perfect timing and saved me. And now the chaos somehow feels like home. No polished endings, no flawless plans, just two imperfect hearts choosing each other. And if tomorrow arrives completely unplanned, I think for once I'll be okay. Because you taught me some of the best things never asked permission to happen. You were never on my schedule. Thank God it. Thank God it. Funny, isn't it? I gave people words to confess love, while forgetting how to say my own. I wrote midnight apologies for men who never meant them. I built forever into melodies for strangers who got famous singing them. My fingerprints were in every chorus, but never printed by my name. I became the ghost behind the music, watching everyone else be remembered. And somehow I told myself that was enough. Tell me why the songs I wrote for everyone else sounded lonelier when I got home. I wrote love songs no one knew were mine, little pieces of a heart I kept in hiding. Every line I gave away was something I was too afraid to say. And then you heard me, not the melodies, not the polished borrowed lines, just me. And suddenly silence felt impossible. It started with your midnight radio voice, soft enough to make tired people stay awake. You asked the kind of questions that made honesty feel less dangerous. Coffee after long recordings, laughing over terrible demo tracks. The way you listened when I spoke, like ordinary thoughts were worth keeping. I should have known the people who really hear you can ruin loneliness forever. I wrote love songs no one knew were mine, stories dressed in someone else's spotlight. But every word I buried there was quietly leading me to you. And now the girl who stayed behind the curtain is learning how to stand beneath her own name without apologizing for the sound of her own heart. Stay here, one station, one late night song with all the lights turned low. One truth from me, no ghostwriter tonight. If my heart has always sounded like this, why did it take you to hear it? Do you know what scared me? Not being seen, but being seen and still not chosen. But then you looked at me like the quiet version of me was the song you'd been waiting for. I wrote love songs no one knew were mine, but this one finally gets to keep my name. No borrowed voices, no hidden credits, no pretending I'm okay staying unseen. And if tomorrow asks me who I am, I'll say the woman who stopped writing herself out of her own story. Because you taught me my voice was worth hearing. Some songs are written for the world. This one came home. Medine. Some people live in cities, some in memories. You live somewhere between sleeping and goodbye. met you where the streets bend strangely, where rain could fall upside down at night, where stars look close enough to touch and morning never quite arrived. You spoke like someone made of silence, like loneliness had learned to wear a face, and somehow every impossible moment felt more honest than my waking days. Tell me why the heart can recognize a place the mind was never meant to know. You lived where I could only sleep in the spaces daylight could not keep, and all the unfinished dreams I never asked to need. You became the quiet place inside my chaos, the stranger who felt heartbreakingly familiar. And now I wake with empty hands, missing someone I was never supposed to love. We walked through stations built from echoes, past conversations no one else could hear. And every time you looked at me that way, I forgot which world was truly real. You asked me what humans call devotion. I almost laughed because it looked like this, waiting for someone you can never keep and still choosing them again. I should have known the cruelest loves are not impossible because they fail, but because they feel real enough to survive. You lived where I could only sleep in impossible little borrowed galaxies, and every night my tired heart escaped itself only to find you waiting there. And if I lost pieces of who I used to be for every second spent beside you, tell me honestly, would it still be worth it? Stay here, one dream, one impossible sunrise that never has to end. One touch from you still feels more real than morning ever did. If forgetting you is how I survive, why does survival feel this lonely? Do you know what destroyed me? Not waking up without you, but realizing there was a version of me that only existed when you were there. And I miss her too. You lived where I could only sleep, where impossible things still whispered my name, where loving you felt less like fantasy and more like remembering something ancient. And if tomorrow steals the map back to you, if morning finally wins this quiet port, I will still love the place where for a little while you were mine. Some loves happen in daylight, ours waited for sleep in daylight. You touched my sadness like it was something fragile, and I should have known that was the beginning of the end. You looked at me like winter glass, beautiful, distant, impossible to hold. A man who wore eternity so quietly, as if loneliness had always fit you well. I was just another tired human heart trying to survive another endless day. silence you chose to stay. Tell me why something that was never meant to feel learned my name so softly. I was the feeling that broke you, the ache you should have never wanted to know, the warmth that slipped beneath your perfect silence and made your endless world begin to crack. If loving me was your unraveling, then why did it feel so much like grace? Why did your broken pieces look more human in my hands? You asked me strange, impossible things. Why music hurts, why people still forgive, why hearts keep choosing fragile little hopes even after everything they lose. And every answer pulled you closer to places you were never built to survive. But God, the way you smiled, discovering laughter, felt worth every coming goodbye. I should have known the most dangerous love stories are the ones where one heart cannot survive them. I was the feeling that broke you, the storm inside your carefully untouched soul, the thing you once believed was weakness, now the only thing you could not let go. And if becoming human meant destruction, why did your eyes look peaceful in the fall? Why did losing everything look so much like love? Stay here one moment, even if forever was never ours to keep. One touch from you still feels like a miracle and a wound. If I am the reason you are breaking, why do I want 1 second more? Do you know what destroyed me? Not the thought of losing you, but realizing you were willing to disappear just to understand what loving me felt like. How am I supposed to survive a love that beautiful? I was the feeling that broke you, but maybe I was also the thing that made you real. Maybe eternity was never living, maybe living was this one impossible love. That if tomorrow takes your voice away, or leaves me speaking only to the stars, I will still believe for one breathtaking moment you were mine. Some beings live forever, some only live once. The lucky ones feel love any day. There are some things you don't keep because they make you happy. You keep them because deleting them feels too final. Your voice still lives inside my phone, buried beneath forgotten names. A a tiny ghost in audio form that I was never brave enough to lose. I told myself it didn't matter, that healing simply needed time. But some goodbyes are quieter than pain, and somehow harder to survive. Then you arrived with sunlight in your voice and made the silence feel less cruel. Tell me why the heart can make room for someone new, while still holding all storms to leave me slowly the way you left. Like something precious no one wanted to break, like fingertips letting go too carefully, as if love still deserved gentleness. And now I'm standing between echoes and tomorrow, between who I was and who I could become, trying to believe a softer ending might still be meant for me. It started in ordinary little ways, shared coffees, tired midnight edits. You laughed through studio headphones, the warmth of not needing to explain myself. You never asked me to be healed, never rushed the broken parts of me. You simply sat beside the ache, like loving me included all the unfinished things. I should have known the safest hearts are not the loudest ones, they're the ones that quietly stay. Delete me slowly the way you left, or teach me how to keep a memory without bleeding. Because every time I think I'm almost free, a voice that has become impossible to separate. I'm still somehow your sounds more like home. Stay here, no pressure, no promises, I'm too scared to trust. One hand beside mine is somehow enough tonight. If healing is not forgetting, maybe it's choosing who gets to stay. Do you know what I was afraid of? Not loving you, but loving you, while parts of me still belong to yesterday. And do you know what hurt most? You looked at me like even that was okay. Delete me slowly the way you left, but love me gently the way you stayed. Let old ghosts become just background noise instead of places I still live inside. And if tomorrow asks me who I am now, say a woman learning not to be afraid of pressing play on something new. Some voices stay forever, but not all of them should decide your future. Empty. It's been so long, building perfect moments for strangers. I never thought one of them would become mine. A candlelit room I did not choose, a practiced smile, a borrowed view, another story made to heal someone else's unfinished ache. I knew exactly how to stage the pauses, laughter, little looks, how to make loneliness believe it had been loved for just one night. But then there was you, and nothing followed the design. Tell me, when did pretending start to feel like memory? When did fiction learn my name? The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. The moments built for make-believe started feeling like you. A dinner table set for strangers turned into somewhere I wanted to stay. And all the scenes I used to write to help the lonely heart survive became the place where mine finally learned to live. It wasn't in the grand designs or polished rooms with softened light. It was the quiet after everyone left, when you stayed just to ask if I'd eaten. The way you looked at ordinary things like breakfast could be something sacred. The way your silence held more warmth than promises I used to trust. I should have known the most dangerous dreams are not the dramatic ones. They're the ones that feel possible. The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. The carefully arranged little lies became something new. A thousand scripted almost moments turning into things I could not unfeel. And all the stories I once sold to hearts that needed temporary hope became the one I wanted to keep for real. Stay here, no staging, no softened lights, no curated endings. One touch from you feels more honest than 100 perfect scenes. If fake memories can break my heart this much, what would real forever do? Do you know what ruined me? Not your kindness, not your voice, not the way you stayed, but the moment I realized if you invited me to something completely ordinary, I would say yes without hesitation. Because that's when I knew I wasn't falling for the fantasy. I was falling for you. The life we rehearsed became my favorite truth. Not because it was perfect, but because somehow it was ours. No scripts, no hired endings, just two tired hearts learning something real. And if tomorrow tears us set apart and leaves no trace of what we built, I'll still remember the night pretending stopped and love began. Some stories are written for others. This one stayed with me indeed. I used to write love stories for people who never meant them. Funny how I became one of them. You stood there dressed in perfect cold, a tailored smile, a heart withheld, talking marriage like a business move, as if forever could be negotiated. And I was only meant to build a story strangers would believe in. A beautiful arrangement made of words with no intention of becoming true. But hearts are reckless little things, they never read the contract first. Tell me why your silence started sounding softer than promises I used to trust. Sign here if you intend to break my heart, if all of this is just another polished part, if every look across the room is only something practiced for the crowd. But if there's even one honest moment hidden underneath this borrowed star, then maybe I was already yours before the ink was dry. It wasn't in the grand pretend or all the expensive nights we staged. It was the way you learned my coffee, the way your voice changed, saying my name. The quiet, did you get home safe? The hand that lingered half a second longer. The almost confessions in your eyes that never quite made it to your lips. I should have known the coldest men are sometimes just the ones most terrified to need someone. Sign here if you intend to break my heart, if this was only strategy from the start, if every fragile hope I built was just another role I played alone. But if your guarded little universe has somehow made a place for me inside, then maybe love was hiding there behind your perfect walls. Stay here, no lawyers, no cameras, no careful negotiation. One truth from you would undo every lie we told. If forever cannot be purchased, then why does this feel priceless? Do you know what scared me? Not signing, not pretending, but realizing that if you asked me to stay without the contract, I still would. And that was when I knew I was ruined. Sign here if you intend to keep my heart, if somehow all this fiction became the honest part, if every scene we staged together secretly became the life I wanted, and if tomorrow tears these pages up or calls this whole thing foolish from the start, I'll still be grateful for the moment your guarded heart began choosing mine. Some signatures bind business, some bind hearts and them. At first, you were just a role, a story I agreed to survive, nothing more. That's what I told myself. Flashbulbs, headlines, practice smiles, a borrowed dress, a borrowed night, a hand in mine that wasn't mine. At least that's what I believed. We learned the script so carefully, where to stand and what to say, how long to look, when not to laugh, how love should look from far away. if pretending started feeling warm? Tell me when exactly did the acting stop? Because my heart forgot to notice the part I pretended wasn't real became the only thing I couldn't fake. The little moments in between the cameras, the tired smiles at the end of every day, and somewhere in this beautiful disaster between the lies we told for everyone, I found the truth I never meant to feel. I fell for you. It wasn't in the polished scenes or perfect headlines made for strangers. It was the way you looked at me when no one else was in the room. The quiet did you eat at midnight, the jacket over shaking shoulders, the version of you no one knew that somehow made my guarded heart ache. I thought pretending would protect me. Funny how pretending became the danger. The part I pretended wasn't real became the softest thing I'd ever known. The almost touch, the unsaid words, the way goodbye started hurting more each time. And somewhere in the role we built together, I lost the distance I was meant to keep, and found a love I never planned to meet. Stay here, no cameras, no scripts, no lights, no borrowed names. One truth from you would mean more than every perfect lie. If this was only meant as make-believe, why does losing it feel real? Do you know what broke me? Not the thought that it might end, but the thought that maybe for you it never truly began. Because for me, somewhere between pretending, you became home. The part I pretended wasn't real is now the only thing I wanna keep. Not the headlines, not the fantasy, just the quiet version of us that no one saw. And if tomorrow asks me what was real, I'll say the part where I forgot to act, the part where loving you stopped being performance and simply became me. Some roles end when the lights go out. This one stayed in tea. Some people call it bad timing, bad luck, a series of unfortunate accidents. But maybe some wrong turns are just love, taking the scenic route. The first time I saw your tired face, coffee on your shirt because of me, you looked at me like I was trouble, and honestly, you weren't wrong. Missed flights and broken travel plans, suitcases going somewhere else, strange little cities after rain, and somehow always there was you. I kept calling it coincidence because fate sounded too embarrassing. Every wrong turn led me to you, every destiny. You hated how I changed the plan. I hated how you acted like a schedule of the sun. But somewhere in our little wars, your silence started feeling warm. Shared noodles on an airport floor, one umbrella in a town we didn't choose. The way you'd sigh and still stay close, like leaving me was harder than you thought. Funny how the people we swear we'd never need become the ones we quietly search for. Every wrong turn led me to you, every delayed flight and every sleepless room. Every plan I laughed about now feels like some invisible kindness. And if I had to lose my way again just to find this version of us, I think I'd take every wrong turn. Stay here, one more gate, one more city we didn't plan together. One look from you still feels like coming home somehow. If fate has a strange sense of humor, I think this joke was beautiful. Do you know when I knew? Not when you smiled, not when you stayed, but when I realized the thought of never bumping into you again broke my heart. How ridiculous to miss someone who started as a disaster. Every wrong turn led me to you, every accident became a threat to something real. Every road I thought was taken from me was quietly bringing me closer. And if tomorrow sends us separate ways or changes every map we ever knew, I'll still believe some wrong turns were miracles in disguise, because somehow they gave me you. Some wrong turns feel exactly like destiny to some people enter your life like lightning, some like an argument you never expected to miss. The first time that I met your eyes, I only noticed how annoying you were then. Too calm, too sharp, too sure of things, the kind of man who always had a line ready. And every time we crossed a room, we somehow turned the air electric. A little war in every word, a smile pretending not to mean too much. I thought it was just laughter, just noise, just another passing thing. But hearts are dangerous when they start hiding in jokes. I laughed first, then fell for you, somewhere between the teasing and the truth. Between the nights we stayed too long, talking like neither one of us was lonely. And what was supposed to be light and harmless turned into something I could not undo. I laughed first, and then I loved you. You wore your distance elegantly, like loneliness tailored just for you. And I will mind beneath the noise, making light of things that used to hurt. But every little look you gave felt softer than your words admitted. And every silence after goodbye stayed longer than it should have. I should've known the people who make us laugh the hardest are dangerous in quieter ways. I laughed first, then fell for you, somewhere between your sarcasm and midnight calls, between pretending this was nothing and secretly hoping it was everything. And what I thought was just good timing became the place my tired heart ran to. I laughed first, and then I loved you. Stay here, don't joke, not right now, I'm trying not to cry. One touch from you feels louder than all our clever words. If love can start disguised as laughter, no wonder I never saw it coming. Do you know what scared me most? Not falling, not wanting you, but realizing if you walked away, I'd have no joke left to hide behind. And somehow that was the most honest thing about me. I laughed first and fell for you, and now your name lives quietly in everything. In empty late night coffee cups and unfinished conversations I still replay. And if tomorrow takes the strange little story, I'll still be grateful it once led me to you. Because some hearts don't arrive dramatically, they arrived disguised as laughter. I thought you were just another argument. Turns out you were home. Tea. I used to trust calendars more than feelings, because feelings leave, schedules don't. My life was made of tidy lines, of checked off lists in perfect time. I knew exactly where to go, as long as nothing touched my heart. Then you arrived like missed trains do, messy hair and coffee on your sleeve, laughing like the world was not a thing that had to be controlled. And somehow everything I planned so carefully started making less sense. Then you were never in my plans, never in the spaces I designed, never in the life I thought I needed, or the careful shape of all my days. But somewhere between your reckless smile and all the nights that slipped away, you became the part of me I never knew was missing. You love detours and changing skies, street food dinners after midnight trains, talking nonsense just to hear me laugh, as if joy could be that simple. And every time I tried to leave, you somehow stayed without demanding, like love was not a thing to schedule, but something quietly becoming. I thought uncertainty was fear until it started looking like home. You were never in my plans, never in the neatly written years I asked you once, what if this doesn't work? And you laughed softly and said, what if it does? No one had ever made hope sound that gentle before. You were never in my plans, but now I cannot picture life without you, without your beautiful little chaos, without the way you make the silence warm. And if tomorrow tears the pages out of every future I once tried to write, I'd still choose this unfinished story if it means choosing you. I used to trust calendars until love missed every appointment and arrived anyway. I learned to live like weather, fast, loud, gone before anyone could stay. I wore my chaos like perfume, beautiful enough to hide the truth. Bright city lights and borrowed smiles, 1,000 ways to not stand still. Because the quiet was dangerous, it let all ghosts begin to speak. And I was never brave enough to hear what lived inside of me. Then you looked at me like storms were not disasters, just weather passing through. Stay until my storm learns your name, until the thunder doesn't sound the same, until the rain inside my chest no longer feels like something I should feel. Stay until these shaking hands forget the shape of running far too fast. And if I break before I heal, just stay. You spoke in softer kinds of time, in growing things and patient light, like nothing living needed force to become what it was meant to be. I laughed too loud, I changed the room, I made a mess of every fragile truth. But somehow you kept making space for every version I became. I asked you once, doesn't loving me feel exhausting? You smiled like I missed the point entirely. Yeah. Stay until my storm learns your name, until goodbye no longer feels pre-written, until the war inside my mind stops treating love like something temporary. Stay until these restless feet forget the rules that taught them how to leave. And if I cry before I understand, just stay. Don't fix me, just hold me. Don't silence me, just hear me. One heart, one light can soften even darkest weather if he so afraid of. And I wanted to say everything, but what came out was that if you really know me, you'll leave too. And you said, then I'll keep staying until you stop expecting that. Stay until my storm learns your name, until my heart stops flinching at the rain, until the silence in this room feels safe enough for me to finally breathe. Stay until the girl who was stops hiding behind beautiful disasters, and if it takes a lifetime to believe, then stay with me. I learned to live like weather until someone chose to stay. I never believed the things we need most would arrive so quietly. I knew a life of sharpened lines, of measured words and borrowed time, a world where everything made sense as long as no one stayed too long. And then one rainy evening came, a stranger with flower on her hands, who looked at me like I was tired before I ever said a word. You handed me something sweet, like somehow you already knew. My heart had forgotten how. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to need, the warmth I never thought I'd miss, the kindness I could barely breathe. And somewhere between your laughter and quiet evenings after rain, I lost the version of myself that only knew how to remain alone. It started with the smallest things, an extra cup, a teasing smile, the way you'd scold me when I worked like caring came so naturally. You made the ordinary shine, a closing shop, a sitting night, a half-eaten cake, a stupid joke, and suddenly my heart was young. I should have known the softest hands could undo all my careful walls. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to need, the quiet place my restless thoughts would always somehow run to seek. And somewhere in your simple love, without a grand dramatic scene, I found a life I didn't know was still waiting there for me. Stay here, don't laugh, I'm trying hard to say this right. One look from you still makes my practiced heart forget. If love can taste like anything, I think it tastes like home. I asked myself, when did this happen? Was it the rain, the coffee, the late nights, or the way you never be anyone but human. Hold me tonight like this fragile little truth matters. This heart, once cold, now breaks just thinking of goodbye. If I never say it perfectly, please hear what silence means. You were the sweetest thing I never planned to need, the gentle storm that changed my world without demanding anything. And if someday this city fades or all our little moments leave, I'll still remember how it felt to be loved so softly. I cried without even knowing why. I never believed the things we need most would arrive tasting like home. Some people leave fingerprints on glass, on paper, on forgotten things. You left them on my heart. I learned to hold the world with care. All letters, rings, abandoned prayers. Every object kept a story close, a life I never got to live. I carry strangers in my chest, their joy, their grief, their loneliness, until I forgot the sound of me beneath the noise of everyone. Then I touched your hand, and for the first time I saw nothing, and somehow that felt like peace. I saw tomorrow in your hands, a place where all my storms could land, a quiet room, a softer light, a version of me not afraid to stay. And though I didn't know your past, my heart already understood. Some futures don't arrive like thunder, they arrive as someone kind. Late museum nights and silver dust, broken things becoming whole with us. You never asked me to explain the sadness hiding in my smile. The way you looked at fragile things like damage wasn't something shameful, made me wonder if my broken parts could be held that gently too. Then one night the silence opened wide and finally showed me all your pain. I saw tomorrow in your hands, and all the places grief had been, the quiet wars you never named, the lonely rooms behind your grace. And still my heart moved closer, and not out of pity, but because because somehow knowing everything made loving you Some futures don't arrive with certainty, only with someone worth choosing. I used to think stopping meant falling behind, but then I found you. My days were made of rushing trains, of ringing phones and tired names, 1,000 people needing more, while I forgot what breathing was. I wore a smile like borrowed clothes, said I'm okay the way we do, until my body spoke the truth in ways my heart refused to hear. And then your quiet mountain town taught all my noise to soften down. The day my heart learned to rest was somewhere in your gentle hands, between warm coffee, rainy skies, and all the words you never forced. You never asked me to be strong, you never asked me to pretend, and for the first time in so long, I felt like I could just exist. You moved like time was not a race, like mornings didn't need to run, and every little thing you did made slowness feel like something kind. The way you fixed the broken chair, the way you smiled without a rush, the way you looked at me as if I wasn't something needing proof. I didn't notice when your voice started to sound like coming home. The day my heart learned to rest was hidden in your quiet world, between the mountain air at dusk and old songs drifting through the hall. You never tried to rescue me, you only stayed until I healed, and somehow in that steady love I found the girl I used to be. Stay here just like this, no plans, no clocks, no crowded noise. One touch, one smile, feels softer than the life I knew. If peace can look like someone, I think it looks like you. I asked you once, don't you ever want more? You smiled and said, more than this, then looked at me. Hold me this is it. The day my heart learned to rest was not some grand dramatic scene. It happened slowly in your world, like winter melting into spring. And if one day I lose myself inside the noise I used to chase, I'll remember where my tired heart first learned to rest. With you, I used to think stopping meant losing, until your love taught me to stay. I used to think silence meant loneliness, until you Everybody hears my voice, the interviews, the crowded noise, the flashing lights, the practice smile that says I'm doing fine tonight. But no one stays to hear the parts I only whisper to the dark, the tired girl behind the fame who barely knows her own real name. Then somehow you looked at me like I was real. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the only quiet place inside of me, where I didn't have to laugh too loud or shine so bright to not break down. And when the whole world got too close, you were the space where I could breathe. You were the only silence that ever sounded safe to me. You barely spoke those early days, cold little nods and distant ways. I thought you hated everything, especially people just like me. But slowly coffee turned to talks and midnight walks after long shoots. And every time you looked my way, the noise inside me drifted low. I never noticed when you became the calm I started needing. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the only steady thing beneath my feet, where I didn't need a perfect line or some rehearsed version of my life. And when my heart forgot itself, you held the parts I couldn't keep. You were the only silence that ever sounded safe to me. Stay here, don't move, let this quiet last a little longer. One look, one smile can heal more than 1,000 words. If the world gets loud again, promise you'll stay close. I asked you once, why me? And you said, because for the first time, I wanted to listen, not escape. Hold me right now, before tomorrow steals this feeling. This heart, once loud, only learns to rest with you around. If peace can have a name, I think it sounds like yours. You were the only silence that felt like peace, the little miracle I didn't think I need. When everyone else only saw the light, you stayed for all the darker nights. And if one day this noise returns, I know exactly where I'll be, back in the only silence that ever like home to me. I used to think silence meant loneliness until your quiet found me. Some places don't appear on maps. You only find them when your heart is lost. I followed rain through empty streets, past sleeping lights and tired dreams, and found a door I'd never seen, like it had waited there for me. Inside were letters never sent, old songs with names the years had bent, and someone with the kindest eyes who spoke as if he knew my storm. He said some things are never really gone, only waiting to be found. The place where lost hearts go, where quiet tears can learn to slow, where every memory left behind still glows a little in the dark. And in that strange and gentle light, I found the pieces of my life I thought were gone forever, but somehow they were waiting there for me. Tea growing cold between our hands, soft midnight talks I never planned. He never asked for all my pain, just sat beside the silence well. And every night I came again to leave behind what hurt me then, until I feared the healing more, because it meant I'd leave him too. Some people help you find yourself, then quietly become your home. The place where lost hearts go, where lonely souls begin to grow, where all the words we couldn't say still float like dust in amber light. And in his soft familiar smile, I forgot how long I'd been afraid to love again. Stay here just one more night, let the rain keep us from goodbye. One more song, one more tea, one more reason not to leave. If healing is losing this, I'm not ready yet. I asked him once, who keeps the things you lose? He smiled, and for the first time looked like someone who wanted to be kept too. Stay close, don't fade, not like every memory I saved. This heart now knows even broken things can still be loved. If some doors only open once, please don't let this one close. The place appear on maps, only in hearts that needed them. Some people promise forever, I never could, but I can promise this, I'll try to come back. Build the kind of steady things, the kind the world can stand inside. I learned to live in borrowed days, where nothing ever stays too long. You look at life with careful hands, I move where everything can break, and somehow in that fragile space, you became the calm I never knew. I joke too much when I'm afraid, you always notice anyway. Come back to me if morning comes, if the night lets go of what it's done, if distance doesn't steal my name or leave your heart with only echoes, and if tomorrow changes everything, if fate decides I'm not the one, then hold this moment like a flame. But if morning comes, come back to me. Coffee and paper cups gone cold, conversations after brutal days, the quiet look you always give, like you're memorizing how I breathe. You said loving me would feel like waiting for news no one can guarantee. And God, I hated that you were right, but I still hoped you'd choose this anyway. Because some hearts are worth the fear, even when fear never leaves. Come back to me if morning comes, if city lights survive the storm, if every road that pulls me far still somehow bends itself toward home, and if tomorrow asks too much, if life turns cruel before we're done, then love me here while love is ours. But if morning comes, come back to me. Stay close tonight, don't let tomorrow speak too soon. One touch, one breath feels louder than 1,000 words. If I can't promise forever, let me promise this moment. I wanted to be the kind of man who could tell you nothing will happen, but loving you taught me honesty. The bravest thing I can say is I'm scared too, and I still choose